In case you guys want to know just how liberal I used to be. Of course, the freight train of sexual deviance will be made in China. Because it helps the CCP for us to be worthlessly focusing on identity politics all the time, you know? Because they know that americunts are the quickest to fall for this bullshit. Because we're so obsessed with our identity. Because we're so obsessed with our false feeling of importance. So, it's so easy to manipulate americunts. Because like I've said before, they can't do anything right. So I'm thinking about using this coffee mug in a bit just so I can bitch about the letter brigade. Because it's really not about gays anymore. Now it's all about the trance. The trance people. If you can even call them people. I mean, I'm not going to say that they're all like part of that, pedophile ring or anything. I'm not going to say that because I don't think that's true. But if you're pushing that on children, I really find that hard to believe that that's not what it's about. Okay. So we're currently uploading videos. I just wanted you guys to see my process here. See all of this. That's Jesus. We have to have Jesus for this. Say hi, Jesus. I died on a cross for you. When are you going to notice? Those are my airwalks. Fuck yeah. Airwalks. Fuck yeah, the 90s. Don't we miss that? Don't we miss the 90s? Okay, so I'm currently moving everything so I can spread all this stuff everywhere. I need it all over my floor. That's the only way that I can work. Why isn't my CD player working? Fuck you, CD player. Fuck you. See that? That's a CD player. You remember that shit? This is what we're listening to right now. This is that's interesting. That must be a fuck up there. Look at that. Never Let Me Down Me. The title of the song is Never Let Me Down. Yeah, that's gotta be a fault of the record companies. Yeah, let's hope so. It's definitely not the fault of David Bowie, I'll tell you that, because he's never made a mistake in his fucking life. He's like the musical version of the scripture. Oh, shut up. Don't even say that. Don't even say that. Somebody's going to be like, that's blasphemous. That's blasphemous. You're comparing David Bowie to Jesus? No. Just saying. He's really good. Anyway. Hold on 1 second. You know what's funny is that sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, you're so pretty. And then other times I look at myself and I think that I'm like the most wretched creature that's ever existed. I guess it's good to have mixed emotions though, rather than to just have your mind made up, especially about yourself, you know, because you really can't grow otherwise. Oh, cool. Another copyright claim found. Probably because I'm blasting jazz in my car. Watching these videos, I'm like, holy shit, that's really loud. It's so loud that it's obnoxious. But that's okay. I kind of want it to be obnoxious. A lot of people don't realize, like, what my true intentions are. So if I get a thumbs down, that's actually really good. That's what I want. I can eat another mint if you unsubscribe. Please unsubscribe. I really want my teeth to fall out by the end of this month. You know? You can make it happen. You can make it happen. Tooting my own horn over Dave Brubeck. I'm so funny. You see, you have to be your biggest fan. If you're not your biggest fan, why are you doing comedy? You're obviously not funny if you don't believe in yourself. You know what I mean? No, you don't, because you're not funny. I know people that don't call themselves comedians. They're 1,000 times funnier than people that do, I'll tell you that. That's really sad when you have to rely on, you know, billboards from tire places and floral shops to be funnier than SNL, you know? If you guys see my previous videos, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Where am I at here? Yeah, I have to move everything around so that I have a lot of room to work because I just have a lot to do. And I've already figured out like what I'm going to say tomorrow night at the upcoming mic. But I'm doing an hour-long show. And I'm going to try to make it an actual show. You know, it's not just me talking a bunch of shit. This is stuff that I really need to say, not just about myself, but about the world. And so we have to have a lot of space in this arena, this giant arena that's known as my living room. I'm going to be using that keyboard to say a lot of these things because that keyboard can get people's attention a lot more than all the other tools that I use. That is why I use music. It's not because I like musical comedy. In fact, I kind of sort of hate musical comedy. But I use music in order to get people to pay attention because I noticed that immediately when I added the keyboard to my set is that people were paying attention to it. And it's not just because you have a keyboard, because, you know, it's just annoying. Anytime I see somebody with an instrument, I'm like, oh, God, this is going to be terrible. But if they use the instrument in a way that makes people more likely to come into that world, you know, then it's being used properly. But most people just use the instrument because, you know, they want to look cool, or they'll be like, I'm really different because I'm a musical comedian. You're really not, because you're not funny. You have to be funny to do comedy. Now, there are plenty of people that do musical comedy that, you know, they're obviously good at the instrument, but they're not good at comedy. So, you know, they just can't make their mind up. It's okay. Everybody's a woman. Everybody's a woman now. Anyway, we got to move all this crap. Just want you to see me. This is my process. Yes, I'm wearing my Christmas sweater in June because it's always Christmas because Jesus Christ died for us. We don't celebrate that one day out of the year. We celebrate that every day, all day. See, if you're not born again, you have no idea what that's like because you're a Christian because you're told to be a Christian. I have got such an attitude with people that, you know, don't you love that? I got such an attitude. I got such an attitude with people that act like they're all good. They're all good. Goody two shoes, man, the goody two shoes. Goody two shoes, they just do what they're told. They don't know what they believe. Changed my mind on that. This looks terrible, just to let you know, it looks terrible. It's not supposed to look good. Like, what, you think I have guests? You think people are coming over here? They're like, what is this? What is this? What is this display here? Oh, we gotta move a lot of this stuff. That's right, I still have VHS tapes. Because I still have a VHS player. Don't watch movies anymore because they're all a bunch of pedophiles, but it's like really puts a damper on the enjoyment of a movie, you know, when you realize that all the child actors were raped. You know, it's kind of difficult to enjoy it. You know, that's why they never tell you at the end of a movie, they never tell you no children were harmed in the making of this film. They say no animals were harmed in the making of this film. They don't give a fuck about children. They can't lie about that shit. Yeah, that looks terrible. It doesn't matter though. Okay, yeah, so, let's see here. If I rested you up here, top of this lamp. You like that dolly? I got that for $3 at Goodwill. That's a find. I love it because, let me show you, I just wanted to show you because I think it's really cool. If you look at it from your peripheral, you know that it's Abe. That's Lincoln and Dolly vision. But apparently that's his wife's ass. She's got a good ass. Look at that. Oh, I wish I had that ass. It's unfortunate that God couldn't have worked a little harder on that one. It's okay though. We forgive. Because his son told us to. Yeah, but I really like this here. Just, I love anything that's old and crusty and very, very old school. But anyway, I appreciate things like that. Hate this modern world with a passion. A lot of people say that they hate it, but they don't. They have a smartphone and they do all the stuff that the commies want them to do. So I find it hard to believe. But anyway, let's see here. See this painting here? My friend Erica did that. It's incredible, isn't it? She's a muralist. You'd think that was an actual photograph. It's that good. I love that lamp. I love lamps that like remind me of like old-timey shit. Very nostalgic person. Anyway, I could go on and on about how my way of life is so much better than your way of life, but I digress.